Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining our webinar today. Our focus is going to be the top properties for Manta season. So we'll focus on Amilla, InterContinental, and the Nautilus. So first, we'll start with Mark, if you want to share your screen.
Hi, everyone. I'm just going to share my screen now. Bear with me. Okay, hope everyone can see that. Please do put any questions in the chat, and we can certainly answer any questions at the end of the session. So I'm very quickly going to give you an overview on Amilla Maldives, part of small luxury hotels of the world. So, this should be working. Okay, hope everyone can see that. So Amilla Maldives, we're based in the Bar Atoll, UNESCO World Biosphere, about 45 minutes seaplane from Malé, with our own lounge at the airport. Quite a large island. We're one of the larger islands in the Maldives. About 1.2 k's in length, with only 67 keys on island. Lots going on at Amilla. So essentially, we're 27 hectares in size. The beauty of Amilla is very much about being a very natural island. You can see by the bottom photo there, we're basically the shape of Sri Lanka, teardrop island, consistently named as top 10 reefs in the Maldives, as well as the long-tailed tropic bird who nests on the island, which is actually endangered within the Maldives. So, like I said, very, very natural, very, very lush, very, very green, independently owned. So in terms of our accommodation, we've got lots of options. So over water, we start at the Sunset Waterpool Villas. We've got the Lagoon Waterpool Villas and the Reef Waterpool Villas. Essentially, some of the largest lead-in accommodation within the Maldives at 100 square meters indoor and 120 square meters outdoor space, going up to 130 square meters indoor for the Reef Villas. We also have many options for 2-bed plus accommodation. So we have the Treetop Villas, which are very unique for the Maldives, quite Ubud in style. And we've got the family waterpool villas. So we do take children of any age at Amilla. We do have the beach pool villas and a 2-bedroom beach pool villa as well. On top of that, we do have our residences. So we have residences of 4-bedroom, a 6-bedroom, and an 8-bedroom. So we do welcome larger parties, larger families. Very much a great option if you've got larger groups traveling together. In terms, even though we only have 67 keys, we do have 7 restaurants and 2 bars at Amilla. And we also have a rather large spa. So 8 massage rooms in total. We also have a sound and light therapy room. Lots and lots of different options for guests. They can do things like kombucha making classes within the spa as well. As well as our gym, we've got cardio, we've got weights, and we've got the jungle gym as well. Very sustainable property, so very much into how we can do better at Amilla. So we are EarthCheck Silver certified, and very much as much homegrown as possible within the island itself. So in terms of immersive experiences, and I know you want to talk about the Mantas, so being based in the Bar Atoll, we are only between 10-15 minutes from Hanafuru Bay. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard about Hanafuru Bay. This is essentially a very small bay within the Bar Atoll, marine protected since 2009. And obviously part of UNESCO since 2011. All year round, Hanafuru Bay is a great place to go. It's actually a natural nursery for grey sharks. And the best season for the Mantas, which works very well to sell into the green season for the Maldives, is essentially the summer monsoon. So goes from May to December. Probably the best time to actually see the mantas would be, say, June to November. However, occasionally they do get whale sharks there in the summer, as well as huge numbers. It's kind of internationally known as one of the best places in the world to actually see manta rays. So it's not uncommon to have 200 plus. If you go to Hanafuru Bay in the new moon or the full moon, numbers can be much higher. I think the highest recorded was about 4,400 mantas. So incredibly incredible area. Now, one of the reasons that makes Hanafuru Bay so interesting is the fact that its actual shape and how the current comes in here. So the reason that the mantas are there are because it's incredibly rich in plankton. And the plankton actually gets trapped. So due to the geology of the area, it actually has a reverse current, which stops that. It allows the plankton in, but it doesn't allow it out, hence being such an incredible place. We know that the mantas go there to feed, but they also go there to play as well, which is incredible. One of the great things about it being protected is the fact that only 5 boats are allowed in Hanafuru Bay at any one time. And it's very tightly controlled. So there's no diving, no fishing, which really allows you to see these incredible creatures in their own natural habitat. They also, because of the concentration of the mantas, it's one of the top places in the world to see mantas. The Manta Trust is actually based there as well. So they do an incredible amount of research, which obviously you can get involved with by reaching out to the Manta Trust as well. So that just gives you a little bit of an overview of what's on our doorstep. Other activities we've got on island include football academy. We've got the tennis academy, we've got art school, we've got incredible island experiences, as well as our kids club. So our kids club is available for 4 and above. If they're under that age, we just ask for an adult to be present with them. And then one thing that's incredibly different about Amilla is we are all about inclusivity at Amilla. So we were certified gold standard by Inclucare for our disability allowance on property. So very much to be thought of for anybody that wants to join us at Amilla. And I am going to leave it there and hand across to Barbara.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for sharing. And it was very interesting to start from Baatol and Hanafuru Bay. And I will take you now to Raatol, not so far. So for those of you that don't know the resort yet, InterContinental opened in 2019. And it's located in the southern tip of Raatol, for which we are only 45 minutes away from Hanafuru Bay. And it's a real event for marine life. So bear with me. So the location is here in the Maldives. So as I was saying, we are close to Ra and Baatol. And what we tend to do with our guests is we explore both atolls when it comes to the marine life. And it's quite a small island, if you will. We have 81 villas and residences, 6 restaurants and bars. But what it's more, it's that in Mamunagaul Lagoon alone is where we have the first and only known to date Manta nursery. So this means that when the season kicks in, all the pregnant mantas and juvenile mantas come to take shelter in our beautiful lagoon and stay there for a few months until they get out and go to other points of Raatol and Hanafuru Bay. So I would say that all year round, the guests can expect to see these beautiful creatures surrounding the island, and they don't even have to jump into the water to see them. So in terms of journey, the guests would take a seaplane. 35 minutes later, they will arrive at beautiful island. And as you can see from the picture, it's a very beautiful and natural landscape. So you can really have the secluded idea, the castaway idea, and the Maldivian postcard that your guests have in mind. and you can see very clearly the lagoon. And because the resort was built on a natural island, you can also see the clear drop off for the house reef. So not only we have manta rays throughout the year, we are also very blessed with the family dolphins that live nearby and eagle rays and everything. So even for those who say that they are not so comfortable in the water, they might just see them from their window. So it's really, really a plus. And one of the advantages that we have is that our beautiful house reef just 2 steps away from the beach. So the guests can just walk in and start doing snorkeling straight away. We have several turtle nests on the island, which withstand the longevity of the island itself. And thankfully, the corals were not affected by the coral bleaching. So you'll find a lot of natural colors, natural wildlife. So there's a lot to feast your eyes with. And as I was saying, what it's quite new to us, it's the Manta nursery, and therefore we are working with Manta Trust. So we do have the marine biologists on the island, and at the moment as we speak, it's the manta season. So from January until April, this is when the mantas return to our list, and at the moment it's research season, so the biologists are out with guests. And what we have that is quite unique as well is that we do provide our guests with the Manta Retreat, which is a program of 4 days taking place now from 17 to 20 of March, where the guests can join the marine biologists and adopt the mantas, name mantas, learn how to identify them. And once they return home, they will get the report about their own mantas. So it's quite a special experience and souvenir, and it's a way to contribute to this beautiful diversity. And as I was saying in the beginning, we are just 45 minutes away from Manifero Bay. So we have what we call the Manta on call. And even if there's whale sharks in the area, the rangers would call our resort so the guests can join them. But one of the things that we do as well is that for guests that are interested, we have weekly activities that will allow them to do the manta snorkeling or scuba diving. And in Rattle, we have a hidden gem of cleaning stations and feeding stations where these mantas are very nearby. So sometimes it's just a 10-minute speedboat ride and you will be swimming with 10 mantas already. So quite unique. And in terms of accommodation, we have a bit of everything. So like in every resort in the Maldives, we have the beautiful water villas and beach villas. All of these villas would have a swimming pool and a dedicated butler, the bicycles as well. But what is unique to us is our lagoon villas, because this comes the best of both worlds in one. So you have both water experience and beach villa experiences. And because these villas are duplexes from the master bedroom, you have a 360 view over the sunrise and sunset areas of the resort. So quite unique in the Maldives, very suitable for families traveling with young children, because the swimming pool doesn't have access to the ocean, and the other side has the lagoon, which can be considered as confined areas. And of course, for the experts in the Maldives that are looking for the beautiful beach villa and the Robinson Crusoe experience, we have small villas and residences suitable for every kind of guest, group of friends traveling together, multi-generational families, and they all will have these beautiful activities. And something quite unique to InterContinental is our club benefits that are provided to every single guest. So while the guests are in-house, they will be entitled to daily breakfast, daily tea time, daily aperitif hour, and daily refreshments, which can be considered as a soft, all-inclusive, if you will, and it will elevate the experiences of the guests. And then in terms of culinary, we have everything. So we have a dine-around concept allowing guests to dine in a single area. But the retreat, it's our haven for adults. So we have an adults only area where the guests can lounge. And then we have several options throughout the resort. And we do invite Michelin star chefs to take residency in the resort. We just had a chef from MIC recently. So there's a lot of activities going on besides the marine life that we have surrounding the island. And for the young ones, we have a beautiful kids club from 4 to 12, and we also have a TIF program, and we do a lot of educational activities so that they can embrace the environment that is surrounding them, learn more about the mantas, learn more about the Maldivian fauna and flora, And so it's a beautiful experience for both families and couples alike. And with our beautiful Party Dive Center, for those who are curious and would like to start the certificate, they can also join and default. But I will now move on and let Fossa take the spotlight. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Mark. I will be taking you back to Ba Atoll after Barbara. So representing the Nautilus Maldives, which is a very small private island located just 20 minutes away from Hanifaru Bay. We have only 20 houses and residences here, which are all designed to be like private homes or private residences for the guests who come and stay with us. The main focus that we have is on providing 24-hour services and experiences for all the guests as you would in a private island. So here the time stands still. There are no clocks, there are no fixed opening times for any of the facilities or any experiences. There are no schedules. Every moment is fluid and the guests create their own experiences in the comforts of their home. All of our experiences are free-spirited in the spirit of bohemian style of living. The dining is all unscripted, so you can have anything that you like, any cuisine from our menus at the restaurants or even out of the menu. And we focus a lot on also introducing the guests and educating them about the Maldivian culture, our traditions, and sharing these passions, whether it's art, literature, music, etc., just to give an immersive experience to all of our guests. Some of the unique or distinctive features of our resort is that it is a private natural island in the heart of Ba Atoll. And all of our guests receive CIP service on arrival complimentary, regardless of the category that they are booking. All of the guests have access to a dedicated butler who are their experienced curators, and they will be the ones personalizing the stay. So these butlers will be in touch with the guests even before their arrival to get their preferences, to make sure that everything is the way that they like when they arrive. All of our 26 houses and residences also have private temperature controlled pools in them. So you can set this temperature of the pools before your arrival. And like I mentioned, unlimited dining options, and there are no time schedules. We are 30 minutes by seaplane from Belana International Airport. We have our own branded seaplane as well, which is lilac color, part of the brand colors as well. The other option of getting here will be by a yacht. We have 2 yachts in our fleet. It takes about 2.5 hours from Belana International Airport to the Nautilus. At the seaplane terminal, we have our own private lounge as well, where the guests can lounge before they board the seaplane, or even on departure, they have access to our lounge until check-in time for their international flights. And in terms of the room categories, we have 7 categories on the island. There are 2 types of houses, and the remaining categories are all residences. All of our ocean houses, they're in one area, as you can see here on the map. Right at the end is the only 2-bedroom that we have on the island, which is the Nautilus Retreat. It's one of our signature categories. The rest of the overwater rooms are 1-bedrooms with 2 rooms, which are residences, which are quite big compared to the ocean houses. The remaining 15 units are scattered around the island with 1, 2, and a 3-bedroom. We have 1 3-bedroom, which is the Nautilus Mansion. It was also designed as a private home for our founder. And so it's a very homely and located in a prime area on the island. So starting with our ocean house, every house and residence has a separate living room area, bedroom, and bathroom. So this is minimum 3 sections in the unit, as you can see here. It has access to the lagoon and the house reef, which goes around the island. And also all of the overwater rooms feature this glass bottom, which you can see. So occasionally you will also be able to see some eagle rays, nurse sharks, or other marine life swimming under the houses. And this is a treat if especially if you're not really looking to be in the water all the time and just lounge in your living room, you can just watch the marine life just under your feet. All of our houses, 1-bedroom houses, can accommodate 2 adults and 2 kids. The beach house is similar layout like the ocean house, just a difference of location. And then we have the beach residences, which is also 1 bedroom, but this is a duplex. So the bedroom is located upstairs, while we have the living room area. There's also dining and a bar inside this unit as additional features compared to a house. The ocean residence is 1 floor, and this also includes the dining area, bar, and also a powder room in the residences, and also the glass bottom floor, just like the ocean house. And we have also 2 units of 2-bedroom beach residences. This is similar to the 1-bedroom beach residence with an additional bedroom here on the side. Very spacious as well. These are over 540 square meters in size. And then we have the Nautilus Retreat, which is the only 2-bedroom over the water that we have in one of our signature categories. And here we have 2 bedrooms on either side of the living room, the dining area. And this is the only category as well which has a direct sunset view. And as we are located at the right at the edge of the atoll, occasionally right in front of the retreat, you can also have the view of dolphins passing by and a lot of marine life. The house reef is very healthy also, so you can find turtles here, nurse sharks, some reef sharks as well, and eagle rays, different kinds of colorful marine life just steps away from your house or residence. Lastly, there's the Nautilus Mansion, which is our 3-bedroom. And here we have also a private gym within the unit itself. Now we have on the island 3 restaurants. The first one, our signature restaurant, is called Zaytoon. This is the Mediterranean restaurant. Here the unique feature is the overwater pods. The 4 pods, which is just which you can see from the picture here, is quite a romantic setting in the evening for dinner. All the restaurants are of course available for the guests at any time if they would like to dine. On the first floor of Zaytoon, we also have a bar which has a large collection of gin and whiskies. This is also another perfect spot to watch the sunset from. The next one is Ocaso, this where we have the Latin American Japanese fusion cuisine. Where we also have a teppanyaki, and lastly thyme, which is focused on international cuisine. Now, the signature outlet that we have is Naboli Poolside Bar. Naboli is the Maldivian name of Nautilus shell. This is where we serve our guests complimentary sundowners every day, accompanied by live music as well, from sunset time until the last guest leaves the bar. We also have a lot of options when it comes to wellness and at our spa, which is over the water as well. So a lot of things are, in fact, quite focused on water. And of course, today's session is all about marine life and Manta. For Biotol, the season, as Mark mentioned, runs from May to December. We're 20 minutes away from Hanifaro Bay, and we're also associated with Manta Trust, so the guests have the option of identifying mantas, learning about them. We have an in-house marine biologist here who's also a diving instructor, can get certified. We have a PADI certified dive center, so you can do your courses. There's a lot of other water sports activities available on the island, like sea bob. We also have e-foils. There's sandbanks nearby, so you can explore Bai Atoll as well as nearby atolls, including Rai Atoll, Nunu Atoll, and also Laviani Atoll for different types of activities with the water. We do have a kids club called Young Wanderers and welcome kids from 3 years and above. Parents and nannies are also welcome to join in the activities as we focus on doing immersive experiences for the entire family. So they will be doing activities which can be in the kids club, or they can also go around the island, explore some of the uninhabited islands nearby, and do experiences on the sandbank. And we also do have activities tailor-made for teenagers. Other facilities include a gym. We do have a pedal tennis court, and we will be having a pedal master from Germany who will be staying with us for a week at the end of March. And some of the other signature experiences, of course, manta ray dance. You can have big game fishing. But as today we are talking about mantas, we have just launched our Ocean Discovery Week, which is going to be happening from 25th to 31st of July. So I just wanted to highlight that. We will have with us joining Simon Lawrence, who is a marine conservationist and an underwater photographer. So he's also a PADI certified instructor. So Simon will be doing a lot of activities during this week with the guests who will be staying with us. So you can learn a lot more about the marine life, mantas, whale sharks, and also have the opportunity to learn about underwater photography, and also together with our marine biologist. That is all from my side. Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks everybody for sharing. It looks like we have one question, and I think aimed at everybody. Do you offer any special packages or specific excursions tailored around Manta season? So I think why don't we start with Mark, then Barbara, then Farsa, and if you've already covered it, maybe just do a quick recap.
Not specifically for Manta season, but obviously we do have our offers that run across the summer. So it's not specifically for Manta, but it is our summer offers. So yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Barbara.
Throughout the year, we do have the Manta excursions that the guests can always join. And as I was saying, we have this month the Manta Retreat program, which is a program where the guests can enroll directly and still benefit from the current offers when booking with Hummingbird. So they combine both experiences one.
As for the Nautilus, it's the same as well, and the Mantas, as they are seasonal, and we have the rangers who are in Honeycomb Bay to alert all of us, I think, from the properties whenever they spot the Mantas. So I think for us, it is just throughout the stay, we have all the guests on standby, and whenever they spot about 10 or more Mantas, usually they would alert, and the guests will be on their way to see the mantas. So we don't specifically have any package apart from the offers that we have through Hummingbird.
Okay, great. Well, thanks everyone for joining. We upload all of our recordings on YouTube, so if any of your colleagues missed something, or if you want to share this around, feel free to do that. And we have a webinar every Wednesday, so join us next week. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
Have
day.
a fantastic day.